Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Green Zero and I'm back here with another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. That's right, it's not FPV. I've jumped back to doing some commentaries and to be honest, while I've been doing those FPV footages, which have been really popular and people are demanding more and you're going to get more, it's not going to stop, you know. But I thought I'd bring one of these here, or one of just a normal vlog, because some people have requested, hey, can you throw a few of these in as well? Because they're always good now. The replay system has been pretty garbage the last couple of weeks, so to be honest, I haven't really missed anything. There's no blockbuster games going on. There's nothing much happening on there, but we have this game, and it's going to be Technique and RUsh+ownz. There you go, Tech and Bike. We've seen these guys face off before on my channel, and of course they have faced off quite a lot. Black Hand Mirror, so you're like, oh no, it's going to be Black Hand Mirror, but it's on Small Town USA, so I don't know how Tech and Bike ended up on this level. Here in a black hand mirror. It's going to be nasty, I can tell you that right now. I didn't even check the colours. It's going to be RUsh+ownz playing as the red black hand. He's going for his ref, sorry, so he's not going to go any flame open and things like that. Technique is doing the same, just getting their barracks up. Did he send out any scouts? Yeah, he's got some here. Again, no one's going flame, so they're going to contest the structures. They'll probably block each other off. Scouting each other, obviously going to be important. They know their black hand. It's a black hand mirror. They selected their factions. So they're going to have to try to get the scout off. I mean, I highly doubt anyone's going to do anything other than just bike each other, because that's really what you do. And oh geez, oh Tech, what are you doing? I don't know why he didn't grab that structure. He must have been microing elsewhere. He's actually going to manage to secure this structure, so not too bad. In the long run, I'll obviously lose because his Cabal squad's damaged, but and I lost a few members, but he's going to be okay there. I'm not sure where the other scout went. He just took this building here. Bike's going to be able to get a scout off, I reckon, with just Cabals. War Factory is down for Tech. War Factory down for Bike. Timings are about the same here, so that's going to be fine. We're going to see the mirror opening here, and it looks like another ref straight down for RUsh+, so probably no kind of all-inning from RUsh+, which is unusual, especially on a small map, but again, you got to remember he's playing against Black Hand. Oh, forces out the Shredder turret, and Bike turns around. That's a big, that's frustrating for Technique, because he's not going to get the scout, and he just forced Tech to spend an extra, well, ideally $300, because he sells it off to get another scouting squad. He can defeat this Cabal squad, but oh no, he can't actually. There's another squad coming in here, so RUsh actually making his way around the side of the map here, running over the Tiberium, and oh no, he's going to go into that scouting building. Tiberium and the scout kills him off, and he's actually going to be able to defeat this one. So it actually turned out pretty nice by actually beacon down there. He may have spotted the Bike from this scout. He could probably just see that building area. So let's have a look here. Yeah, he can actually see. He's got a scout over there. I didn't even see that. RUsh got scouts down every side of the map. Technique is a little bit blind, but again, he's probably not too fast. Oh, hallucinogenic grenades actually forces the squad to almost kill itself. Just one member remaining. Of course, he can't shoot himself, so he's going to be okay. It's going to be a scout for Technique, going for the bikes here. Let's see what RUsh is doing. Of course, he has got an operations center. Does he have a flame tank somewhere? I'm not sure if he's got something rolling around the map. I can't see anything on the radar, but the radar's pretty hard to use in Kane's Wrath for spotting just a lone unit such as that one there. But again, I think Tech, he didn't worry about scouting because he's going for bikes. Pretty much allows him to defend most things out here. Just with that vision back there. You can see how quickly the vision changes. Sometimes it stalls for some people, but for mine it's instantaneous. So, got an SSD in my last upgrade. Hell yeah. Definitely recommend them. Dual War Factory for Technique here. He's a little bit stalled for cash though. Does he have his 5 harvesters out? He's only got 4 harvesters out. 5th harvest coming out now, so it's going to be fine. Is he going to sell his War Factory? Oh, he did sell his War Factory just as he placed the Operations Center down, and he's going to go all in Scorp tank, I reckon. Just going to use the bikes to harass. It's important to keep the bikes alive, and there is a flame tank in the top left-hand side for RUsh. Harvester is on the move. He needs to turn that around. He's sold off his Operations Center, and he's got a Tech Center down. He's actually got a Tech Lab down. So this is interesting. No Operations Center, so no more flame weapons and no laser fields, nothing like that. That definitely come in handy in any kind of matchup really, but that flame tank Bike is hiding in the top left hand corner, which is nice because I think he doesn't want Tech to be suspicious. He wants to send the flame tank in when there's a big engagement, and a black hand squad goes in there. Tech bails out, but it's not going to matter. The flame tank unit, or flame squad unit, sorry, takes him out. Of course, Technique is going to realize that, hey, there's a black hand squad there. He probably didn't build that from a barracks, which means he's sold his operations center. And when you sell the operations center and this is some kind of really fast all-in or something like that, the squad is getting in. He's going for fast one-clicks. Oh no. Oh, RUsh. Oh, this is a mirror of the game we saw in the top 10 of 2012, where Tech actually, he got all in flame rush, he got fast redeemed, and then he got one-clicked like this, and Tech somehow, I don't know, go check out that video, top 10 of 2012. Tech somehow won that game with just a handful of rocket squads and a handful of Scorpion tanks. It was unreal. It's one of the greatest games I saw that year. It's just one of those unbelievable games I saw that year. And bikes coming around here, they from Bike Rush. They've got green on them though. They're Tech's bikes. So he's going back to base. He's going to see that there's a flame tank there. But his Scorp tanks haven't been doing too much. They haven't put any pressure on. Bike Rush, of course, no expansion at all. And yeah, these Scorpion tanks, all these buildings, that's just nightmare mode for Tech. He's not going to want to go anywhere near those. Flame tank is sitting on the top here, and again, Bike Rush momentarily forgot about it by the looks of things, and he is going to be able to snipe this one down. MCV is back out for Technique. All that napalm did a lot of damage to those bikes. He actually managed to get a really good swipe at them, and that's going to be, I mean, it's going to be critical for Technique. As you can see, he's still got 4 harvesters, so he only lost 1 harvester in the one click, unless he's actually built some more. But having a few bites is going to allow him to cut off leeching harvesters, because to be honest, I think that's what he's going to do. I think Bike Rush is going to, once he's exhausted this field, he's going to go for leeching Tiberium, and I think he might have called in the Tib power as well to get some more Tiberium. But again, he's got no War Factory. He's got a Tech Center. I'm not sure what he's holding onto it for. There's nothing he can do with it at the moment. He can't build. Actually, he can build commandos. He's got a shrine, but I think he's just getting it for the upgrade. Tech somehow does hold one of these spikes, maybe capturing it with the engineer he got from his War Factory that he sold. And here comes a bike here from Bike Rush. Just a scouting bike. Can he take it out? I don't think he's going to quite be able to take it out. But the Scorpion tanks finish it. And Tech, he didn't even get to build that many Scorpion tanks. They got hit by the Tib vein. They're just chilling around the War Factory, and now these harvesters getting some much needed repairs. Probably going to pull them to the expansion once they're ready to go harvest some more Tiberium. Far out. Okay, what's happening over here? A few infantry squads over here. Technique does not have the supercharged particle beam or the charged particle beam, whereas Bike Rush does have that. And Bike Rush is expanded to the same field, and I can bet anything that there's going to be an obelisk being placed down, because that's what he's held on to that Tech Center for. That one harvester not able to get any Tiberium, getting taken out by these infantry forces. Technique is in a little bit of trouble. He's repaired up all of his harvesters, which is nice, and now he's going to pull them back here again. He's already got 2 harvesters here, so you can only have about 3 harvesters on one ref as a maximum. And he's going to try to shredder turret his way here, but Bike Rush, and not actually, he's going for an obelisk now. I think he wanted to put down a few shredder turrets, because obviously the charged particle beam is going to be nice. Not terribly damaging against tanks, especially like Scorpions, but if you get enough of them down, you can slowly wear the tank force down. But Tech's got a fair bit of Scorpion tanks here. He is still holding onto that Tech Center, so Bike Rush probably going to drop an obelisk now, and that might see Tech out of this area. Tech does have a structure queued. I'd be interested to see what it is. I hope it's not a refinery. It may have been a tech lab. It's I'm not sure what it was. He placed it down though, and he's going to try to take these guys out. The shredder turret's causing a fair bit of damage. The harvesters, I'm not sure how they got on the other side of the squad, but they're going to come in and just crush all these guys over here. Meanwhile, Technique still trying to defend this field out. He's losing a few more tanks. Most of his base defense is getting cleaned up, and obelisk is almost done for Bike Rush. And I think Tech, he's going to move now, and this is a good time as well. He needs to get out now. The obelisk is there. Can he catch the MCV? It's going to take 2 shots to get it, and you know what? I think Bike Rush isn't going to quite catch that MCV, and Technique left it to the very, very last second there. Oh man, he definitely pushed his luck a little bit now. Obviously, the thing that Technique's working off, he's got a few Scorpion tanks stuck behind the shipping containers. Yeah, time to get those out of there, Tech. But the thing that Tech is working on is that Bike Rush doesn't have a refinery, and this isn't a refinery. That was building way too quick. So essentially, Bike Rush doesn't have any way to get economy. He's only got a few harvesters. He's trying to, I think he was trying to go down here, but Tech is picking up Tib over this side. There is a few rocket squads there. That's going to be a pain. He's going to have to clear that out. There is a flame tank though, and that's going to end out rocket squads. They could definitely harass all the harvesters as they're leeching, so it was important to clear that out. More flame tanks coming out by Technique. The MCV did drive past the War Factory. You can see he's picked up a little bit of repairs. Really good way to repair your War Factory, not your War Factory, your Coneyard if it's heavily damaged, because obviously it takes a long time, a lot of money to repair, but if you pack it up, it's a vehicle, you can get free repairs off the War Factory, and the War Factory will repair it really, really fast, because obviously they have almost no armor when they're in their mobile mode, and so it just causes them to pick it up. And we have a few flame tanks here. Looks like Technique is, obviously doesn't have the charged particle beam, but Bike Rush getting his units wasted here. Flame tanks actually being used for anti-infantry, which is interesting here most of the time. I mean, obviously they're awesome against infantry, but you tend to use them as sneaky harassment options, because they're a little bit clumsy, and infantry can try to overwhelm them if they're in big groups. But what's happening over here? Harvester trying to leech. That's going to be a free kill for Technique. Bike Rush not realizing that's wandered off. Of course, that happens to pretty much everyone. Harvesters will often wander off to find some Tiberium, and they'll wander off into the enemy base. Bike Rush does have 1 refinery down. Technique does not have his ref down. He's almost got it down, so this game is going to continue. this game will continue because Technique at the moment has a larger vehicle army, and he's actually going to go up the side of this building here as cover. And again, the building's completely useless for Buycrush now. It's actually acting as a shield for these flame tanks. They're going to go around and they're going to go in and they're going to get, that's the thing there, there's just too much infantry. There's only 2 tanks, so they did get taken out, but they flamed a fair bit of infantry down, and now he's going to move into that building. He does go for the crush. Excellent crush here by Technique. He killed a lot of infantry, and I think he needed to do that just to reduce the numbers there. He didn't lose too many Scorpion tanks, only a handful there, and of course those 2 flame tanks going down. That building is now useless, irreparable for these factions. But what's going to happen over here? Buycrush, I'm assuming he's halfway to his 2nd refinery, but Technique has double ref, and he's got 5 harvesters on the field as well. And he's got these shredder turrets. He should be able to defend it out. Buycrush does not have enough infantry here. He's just going to try to go in all low power mode. He needs to power those up right now, and he's going to get that off. Nice work there. Few Scorpion tanks. Oh, those 2 very lucky, almost no health. That one's got basically no health there, and now starting to get repairs. So he's still got his operations center. He does have Dozer blades, of course. He's had that for a while. These shredder turrets trying to get through the infantry, but of course they're just, the Black Hand infantry is so resistant. He needs charged particle beam, because you can see they're just tanking the damage, especially those Black Hand troopers. They take so long to kill with shredder turrets. It's not funny. Popping a few of them. He does have the building here, 3 rocket squads, but to be honest, we can only see 1 or 2 rockets actually firing out, which means most of the units that got in were just the Black Hand part of the squad, and the rest of the rockets got focused down by the shredder turrets. So Technique's going to be happy with that. It's going to be able to well, this building's probably going to stand for quite some time, but there's a flame tank coming, and again, using the flame tanks for some serious garrison clearing from Technique. What's he going to be able to do about this? More flame tanks rocking up as well, so again, just starting to bring these units out on the field. That's going to cause Buycrush some headaches. Buycrush, of course, did sell off the tech center. He is at tier 1. Oh, actually, no, he's at tier 2. He's got his tier 2 up. He does not have Dozer blades, so I can't see him going for Scorpion tanks anytime soon. Doesn't have the War Factory production. Just a single barracks. I think he might be rushing back to his tech center again, maybe trying to put on some more 1-clicks. His refineries are dangerously close together. I think if a catalyst right in the middle might actually be able to drop both of those. I don't know, they're just that distance where you're not quite sure if they're close enough together. But again, in Nod mirrors and Black Hand mirrors, you really think players should be doing something about that. This 1 flame tank is going to make it in. I don't think he's going to get 1 kill on this power plant, and that's it. And tech center goes down, obviously the power plant, causing Buycrush some mild problems there, but he sold off the refinery. I'm not sure about that. You don't get a lot of money for refineries, and that's his build radius, which means he cannot drop base defenses. And there's another flame tank, and he's going to use these buildings as cover. And even though he's only getting power plants, these are really important for Buycrush because it just slows him down incredibly, especially the upgraded ones there. And the flame tank, he might actually get the other one as well, and he just falls short of getting that other power plant there. Buycrush getting some repair. He actually upgraded. That was dangerous as well. He was confident he could save that because he just spent the money on the upgrade. And 2 more flame tanks sitting here for Technique. He does have the Tiberium chemical plant. There's the decoy army. Gets completely taken out. I'm not sure if he's got eyes on this base. He does have eyes on the base. He can use a catalyst at least. I'm not sure if he's going to. These Scorpion tanks didn't pull all the way back. They want to get out of there. There's the catalyst. Only gets 1 refinery though. He couldn't see all the way in, so he couldn't drop it where he can't see. But he decided just to go for that one there. Knocks it down. Buycrush probably going for a Redeemer. Looks like a tech building that's taking a while to come up. Unless he's going back for his Tib Chem plant, his support powers are probably recharged. Remember, even if you don't have a Tib Chem plant, the support powers, they still like recharge idly. So if you sell it and place it again, you don't get those support powers again. They're still on cooldown for however long they have remaining. And flame tank over here decimating this base. Again, no base defenses. There's or no build race. It's really not much Buycrush can do. Again, selling off that refining might have been a mistake. All the power is down now, and this Redeemer, he's in serious trouble. He's had to upgrade both his power, or one of them. He's probably upgrading the second one now, but he still has power. Again, losing a refinery there. That flame tank going down, and there's 2 more flame tanks here as well. That one actually getting destroyed. Buycrush did jump out of the garrison. Can this flame tank get a kill off? And Buycrush is going to de-garrison, but the flame tank just pours napalm straight through it. And oh no, he's got a range. He's got range on this Redeemer Engineering Facility. There's only a few rocket squads. Can he take it out before it comes out? He's just about to get. Oh, he gets it. Oh, that is a clutch save. The Redeemer was just about to jump out of there as well. The gates were opening, and Buycrush is probably on his stream right now, screaming in rage because that's what he does. But of course, this is a replay, so he was probably screaming in rage a few days ago when this replay was played. But Technique is fist pumping right now. That's huge for him because again, another Redeemer is what, like 30 seconds for the building, 50 seconds. So he's looking at a minute 20 at least. So he can probably at least count maybe minute 25, minute 30, depending on micro speed of the placement and if Buycrush has the money. But of course, the Redeemer getting cancelled, obviously you get the $5 grand back straight away. And now Technique has the upgrade. and he goes for the decoy army, which means I think some one-clicks were on the board. He doesn't have a yeah, he does have a tip chem plant. I don't think Bike Rush can see in there, because remember, decoy armies, they don't get a very significant range on them, so he could drop a catalyst on this one refinery, but Technique has them spread. He's probably pretty cool with just one ref going down from that catalyst, and again, that's going to slow the Redeemer down even more. And whoa, Technique, you got your own Redeemer out, buddy, and he's got 6 flame tanks here. That is a deadly swarm of flame tanks there. If they get into a base, that base is not coming back. And again, more flame. He's got 8 flame tanks just chilling over here now. I'm not sure what he's going to do there. If he decoy armies these, if he gets all late, he could make it look like he's got 16 flame tanks. Oh man! And I'm thinking maybe he's going for Purifying Flame. There you go. He's going for Purifying Flame. He's running in now. People did say, well, someone did ask me a question, sent me a message on YouTube. Why don't people get Purifying Flame? Well, it's $3,000. It's very expensive, and these flame tanks rolling in here now. And this infantry squad, oh no, they just get decimated. They get decimated. They just get completely overrun by all that napalm, and of course, a lot of the flame tanks getting shot up as well. That's why people don't tend to use them against infantry, because they're a little bit clumsy in the fact that they got to turn their treads and their flame weapon. But when they fire off their flame weapon, they just annihilate infantry and buildings. But again, back to the Purifying Flame question. One, people don't rush with it, which is one of the questions, because it's $3,000 and it takes 1:30, which is as long as railguns, which is just crazy long. Like you can't do that in a rush. It's not practical. You don't have the time or the money. It's mainly for later on in the game, but a lot of people won't get it because they have to go back for a shrine. Normally they don't want to have to replace that building. They just go for the one upgrade. They sell it. Black can only get commandos from the shrine as well. That's really the only other unit they have. Emp Buggy, no, there's no EMP coils. Rage Gen goes off, and these Olas need to be powered down right now. They're going to start attacking their Redeemer. Bike Rush's Redeemer actually has a double repair on it, no flame unit, compared to Technique's one repair pad and one flame unit. More flame tanks. Where are these flame tanks coming from? They're just rolling in here. I'm not sure what Technique is doing with these. Again, probably not the best angle to go in with the flame tanks here. And he's just going to roll. Oh, Purifying Flame is done. There we go. And oh man, he's infantry. And now all of a sudden these flame tanks are going to be super deadly. He needs to get away from the Redeemer, to be honest. He can't be here attacking this Redeemer and going into those obelisk field. I don't think that's a good idea. Those buggies, again, with the Purifying Flame, they can destroy tanks like really quickly. With that, they can destroy pretty much anything. And look how deadly and cool they look. With the Purifying Flame, they get their tanks go all black, and they got the blue flame and everything like that. But again, Black Hand don't tend to get it later on, because the flame tank is already pretty powerful without it, but it just gets ridiculously powerful with it. And again, we have seen it upgraded. It's usually a mid to late game upgrade, or most of the time late game upgrade. But again, most Black Hand players won't use a spam flame tank tactic. They'll use them in small groups, or they'll use them as harassment. They don't feel the need to get the blue flame, and this is going to be a one-click for sure. I'm not sure what's happening up here, and there's 3 purifiers out. Remember, they benefit from the upgrade as well, and of course, the one-click is definitely going to go off soon. And your Technique's already moving his harvest. He needs to watch out. A Catalyst could actually take all those guys out, because they're all grouped up. He needs to get them back to it. Oh, and that was a big problem. That's why you don't pull them off the field like that. And a Tib vein. It's not going to get this harvested though, because it isn't full of Tiberium. He gets that, whatever that was. Actually, oh no, something destroyed the buggy. A lot of purifiers around here. Technique is down to 1 harvester. He's going to have to rebuild some more to get back on top of things. And this herd of flame tanks here. This building, I didn't even see its health move. It just completely got destroyed. And again, this is a really exciting tactic. Once people start using it, again, I've used some pretty serious blue flame tank tactics, and they are really awesome. I'm not sure about the purifiers though. I don't think you probably should have gone down the purifier lane. Obviously trying to get something to take on the Redeemer. Of course, the purifiers can flame down infantry, but they're $3,000. Remember, Purifying Flame is also effective on every single infantry unit in the game, or every single Black Hand infantry unit. The Black Disciples get it as well. And again, trying to go in here, but there's a double obelisk. Those flame tanks are just like, nope, let's get out of there. Only one actually managing to get away there. But Technique has leveled both the spikes. He's moving back to his main now. He should be able to secure it. I wouldn't be surprised if perhaps he gets some Spectres out to bombard Bike Rush, because one of the problems on this map for defending players is that they get stuck in this field. They need to push out. When they push out onto the bridges, and they lose the advantage of the defender, because they have the wide area here, the thin area here. The attacker's forced onto the bridge. Of course, you can shell them from across the other side. They force them to push their buildings way back there. But nonetheless, Bike Rush has managed to push out. Emp Buggy running forward. Does manage to snare a Purifier, snares the War Factory, so all the repair drones are going to disappear off that one. Emp Buggy's not quite making their mark there. And Technique is, he's got his construction yard here. He's probably going to start placing down some more shredder turrets. But he's in trouble. There's a lot of EMP buggies. He needs to finish these off now. The Purify is going to help for sure. Redeemer takes a full M to the face, but again, a lot of M buggies being expended here. The Purify is very powerful, almost one-shotting those EMP buggies. Crash has more on the way. Shredder turrets are shredding down, no pun intended, or taking out all the infantry squads. And once he pins the infantry squads, and Crash is left with just a Redeemer, he's going to be a little bit of trouble because he's up against Purifiers. Purifying Flame Tank round the back to flank, and he's forcing the enemy Redeemer to turn around. Does manage to one-shot it. This Purify here, not quite sure what he's shooting at, and now he's going to target these EMP buggies down. More EMP buggies, a lot of shredder turrets here from Technique. And again, some of these Purifiers at the back, I'm not sure if he's got them in a hold ground stance or a hold fire stance, but he needs to get them back to firing, and they are going to fire. Continue EMP, and of course the rear armor, not good for Technique at all. He's causing a lot of damage to be taken on the Redeemer. But at the end of the day, Crash is going to expend a lot of armor and resources to get this, and he's going to have to, he needs one more shot, and oh no, is the Redeemer actually going to get away? It has only one repair pad. He's going to walk into here. I'm not sure if Crash can do this. There's a lot of shred turrets. He does manage to score a kill, and he's got a veteran Redeemer in the process. There's two Purifiers here. They're going to be the bulk of the damage. All the shredder turrets obviously trying to cause a lot as well, but you can see it's trying to out-repair the damage that's being caused, and it's kind of a little bit of an equilibrium there, not being able to cause enough damage. But Technique is going to have to rebuild his Redeemer now. Still has his Shrine. Probably not worth going for a Commando though, because to be honest, the charged particle beam is going to make it very difficult for those guys to operate, and a few EMP buggies going in as well. But again, Rage Gen went off, Technique being forced to fire at a few of his own units there, and now he might as well get the Black Disciple upgrade as well. Maybe that's what he's keeping the Shrine for. Yeah, he's going for it now, realizes he needs it. He only rebuilt 2 harvesters at his expansion though, and this is the thing. Crash has no Tiberium. He's got a lot of harvesters. Technique has got Tiberium. He's got this. He's technically under his control. His base is here. His forces are here. Crash has to bring his Redeemer back for repairs. Problem: no flame on the Redeemer, which means its damage against buildings is very minimal. So you can't go for the run-in, which a lot of people like to do. Technique needs to work on his eco a little bit more. I'm not sure if he realizes how bad of a situation Crash is in at the moment. Again, just 3 harvesters. He could have another 2 harvesters here, no worries. And he needs to get his economy up here as well. He hasn't even got a refinery queued. He's just rushed straight back for the Redeemer. Can't blame him. Here come the EMP buggies, maybe for a 1-click. And I'm not sure if Crash has any 1-clicks actually saved up. No, he doesn't even have a tip chem plant. He just wanted to see what Technique's economy was like. Crash, with the number of harvesters he has, I don't think he needs to put a refinery down here. He can just about leech it all in one go. There is a flame tank here from Crash. No Purifying Flame, of course. Doesn't have the Shrine or anything like that. So Technique now, let's see what he can do. Is he going to be able to recover his refinery? Technically has never lost his main because he's still got power plants here when he moves back. But let's see what he's going to do. He's got 2 Purifiers remaining. Again, I'm not sure about the Purifier option. I probably would have gone for infantry myself. But Technique puts double repairs on the Redeemer now, so no anti-infantry for that one there. There's a lot of shredder turrets here. We've got 4 shredder towers, and these flame tanks probably going to try to find a gap, I guess. I think one of them may have been taken out already, but no, there's 2 there. Crash is still building EMP buggies. He's going to need them, and we've got a decoy army here. What's going to happen is Tech going to hit him with a 1-click. It's a little bit late, to be honest. He's got the catalyst ready to go. He doesn't have the money for it though. And let's see what we can do. But this whole time, Tech didn't put a ref down, and this field is just growing, and he's going to have to rely on that soon. He still has not built any additional harvesters, and that's a critical blow for him, I think. Does manage to put a catalyst down on that 1 refinery, but Crash has got a refinery. That catalyst has almost done nothing. I mean, it really didn't cause that much damage at all. And we got decoy army over there, just trying to see what's over here. Does Technique have an army which can defend this area? M-Buggy's getting chewed up on the shredder turrets. Not good at all. I mean, they're very cheap and cost effective. And a bunch of flame tanks rolling into this base now. I don't think Technique has enough to take these guys out. They are trying to work on this first flame tank here, but there's 3 of them. Tip chem plant is going to go. Technique sells it off, realizing he needs to get the money from that. And again, the Purifiers are here. They should be able to clean up. Sells off the Shrine, sells off the tower, try to stop them from blocking his own units out, and he is going to be able to get 2, 3 flame tanks all down. Of course, losing the tip chem plant and forcing a sell-off here of some structures that maybe Technique didn't really want to lose, but nonetheless, it was another tactic there used from Crash to try to break Technique. Rage Gen goes off, and of course, with Rage Gen going off, the EMP buggies can't be given any orders, which is huge, because when you see them running at you, you can just rage gen. One thing you can do to overcome that is if you have EMP buggies back here, you can order them next to the Redeemer and then use a waypoint to select their EMP. That way if they're raged, they'll still follow the last order they had, which was to move to this position and then blast off their EMP. That's one way around it. Of course, I haven't really seen anybody use that, but nonetheless. Okay, and we're back. I just had to grab a quick drink there, and what do we got happening down here? One Purify, two Purifiers just standing guard over here now. What's Technique going to do about that? Or what's RUsh going to do about that? Sorry, Technique now has the upgrade, obviously, the Black Disciples, and he's got Purifying Flame, which means technically his infantry are more powerful than Rush's. His Flame Tanks are more powerful than Rush's. RUsh does have the EMP coils, but again, these buggies aren't going to do really anything to infantry. They just don't have the power. And here we go. We got the EMP buggy coming in. Here comes the Redeemer, and he's going to rage gen now. And Technique might just want to power down all these units here, or power down all the base defenses. What's happening over there? Units getting killed by RUsh. Probably just sending them for a scout, and they're going to get taken out. Purifies moving back now, and Technique is going to send his army around this side. He might be able to box RUsh in actually, and Technique's got these structures here he can take, and there's no way for RUsh to clear them at the moment unless he gets his infantry within range. Fires off a nice volley at the Redeemer, causing a decent amount of damage. He's got rear armor at his disposal now, which means he's going to be able to wipe off a decent amount of health. Probably takes about maybe 10-15% of the health of the Redeemer off. And this game definitely going the distance, man. It's gone for quite some time now. And these two players have not yet crippled each other, even though both sides used one-clicks. Try to use all-in tactics. It's you don't too often see a black hand mirror where they do those kind of ridiculously powerful strategies like that, or click strategies, and the games that just continue on going. RUsh is going to turn around and come back. Technique, again, not quite sure he's not trying to take these buildings here. Again, they're definitely going to help him, especially against any kind of anti-infantry unit. Or there are black hand squads actually out on the ground. I'm not sure if they're from sold-off structures or if RUsh has actually been training those. It's always better to get them from sold-off structures. And the Tib Chem plant is out, is chilling up here by RUsh. And Technique, he has got a refinery down. He's building his base up, and this is all very safe. It's all under repairs as well, and I think RUsh is actually going to move into this base, and I'm not sure Technique needs to finish this off. He's actually rebuilt finally a few more harvesters, and now RUsh has moved in, probably going to be using this for the shredder turrets. Here come the EMP buggies from Technique. We have EMP buggies from RUsh as well. What's going to happen? He's going to blast all the EMP off, and Technique not blast. Oh no, I think the rage gen went off, but now he's got the blast off. There we go. Manages to EMP the. Oh no, he doesn't. He actually it whiffs. I think that might be a little bit of a glitch. I've seen that happen before because RUsh doesn't have a Temple of Nod, which would remedy that. But again, the construction not getting powered down correctly there, and now his own Redeemer is getting hit again and again by EMP. Actually misses that one there, but the second one does land strong, and a Vapor Bomb comes in, kills all the infantry. That's not good. The Purifiers tank it, no worries. But these Purifiers, they need to walk forward and just start flaming his infantry units and taking out these EMP buggies. And he's actually got a veteran one here now, and he's got Purifying Flame. He's just going to roll forward with this first one, and he's going to be able to kill all these infantry squads. And of course, these aren't like flame tanks. They have a lot of health. And oh no, I'm not sure, he's getting a little bit too close to that Redeemer. Oh, way too close. And this other Purifier definitely pushing his luck there. Oh man, Technique needs to be careful. EMP buggies probably going to blast off. Doesn't manage to hit the Redeemer, unfortunately. And Technique's Redeemer actually surviving that battle. And he's got not too much health left at all. Sells off these cows, just trying to stop them from killing his own Redeemer. This one Purifier here is probably going to be taken out. Yeah, he does go down, but he kept the veteran one. Might want to score some repairs on that. And RUsh now moving in here, has a lot of health on his Redeemer. Technique does not have much health at all. This one Purifier and this Redeemer trying to make a run for it. There's not much to stop this Redeemer here from RUsh. Now he's got the added repairs from the War Factory, and he's got EMP buggies. And RUsh is realizing if he goes too deep into this base, he might not be able to get out. And that could be dangerous. Meanwhile, Technique again, he's got a Temple of Nod. Is this a real Temple of Nod? I'm not quite sure, but he's got master computer countermeasures at his disposal. Very, very rarely, if not ever seen in a professional match. Tib Vane's going to go off. It's going to wipe out at least the EMP buggies. It's not going to get the Purifier. I think, oh, it's going to be close. Oh no, he gets the veteran Purifier. That's not good for Technique at all. He's probably not too happy about that. And RUsh could snipe down the husk before Technique can get it back. Rage Gen goes off, and he's going to be able to take out an EMP buggy before any EMPs go off. Does manage to level that construction yard, War Factory. He's going to try to go through and snipe the husk, but I don't think he's going to get it. Technique might be able to score it. Yeah, he does score it, so he's lost his veterancy, but at least he kept the husk. and he kept the unit here. He needs to watch out. This Redeemer's going to go forward and get a crush off. Oh, I think he's pretty close to going elite as well. And it's going to be Technique versus Bike Rush in the Redeemer fights here. Bike Rush has more health. Technique has the aid of his base defenses here. He's got more Purifiers over here, so he's got some significant damage. Does manage to block with the War Factory. EMP blast. Oh, not quite going off here. Some infantry forces fighting around there. There's more EMPs as well. Technique sells off the refinery, and Bike Rush is on his way to elite. He's got an elite Redeemer, and that's going to be big trouble for Technique. Most definitely, he needs to stop it from escaping. He needs to get some EMP blast off, but Bike Rush turns around, managed to get the shot off. Can he get the EMP? Get the EMP off? Oh no, Tech doesn't get the EMP off, unfortunately. These buggies firing in one at a time, and I don't think he's got an opportunity to re-amp it now. And Bike Rush is going to get out of there. Most of his base, look at that, he sold off so much stuff here. I'm not sure if maybe a flame tank has been around there, but Bike Rush has sold everything off here to get the one-clicks in. I did not realize he has absolutely crippled himself trying to sustain this attack. And Technique, I'm not sure if he even realizes, Rage Gen goes off, M-Buggy is going to be useless. They can't use their EMP while they're under rage. Two Purifiers chilling down here and firing at their own Redeemer. Never good. EMP blast does go off, misses the Redeemer though, hits the power plant. And now Bike Rush is looking pretty bad. His Redeemer is very low on health now. He has got the elite status here, so the amount of armor and damage output on this thing is going to be pretty crazy now. But of course, he's only got his beam to go by. And Bike Rush, I think, might have just muted himself. He kept a power plant over here, but he does not have any way to rebuild any units. Does he have enough money? He has no money and no spikes. He can't do anything. He does not have enough money for an engineer, not even if he builds a Rax. He doesn't actually have enough money for a Rax, so he is well and truly screwed. He sells his MCV, and oh man, Bike Rush, just to sustain that attack. I did not realize he just sold everything to break Tech then, and Tech still had the base in the southwest as well. That was crazy. 30 minutes, half an hour game, Blackhand Mirror on Small Town. Bet you didn't see that coming. Technique has somehow managed to come through and win that game there. You can see 190,000 to 171,000, so Technique getting more money than Bike Rush, and that was only in the last stages of the game as well. You see, Bike Rush was always ahead the entire length of the game. Tech suffered some serious one-clicks. Bike Rush flatlined at this point here when he lost out on his, he pretty much mined out his expansion. And then, as you can see here at the end, flatlining again, and Tech just able to refine at those other bases. But yeah, the base in the southwest that he reclaimed took a long time to get harvesters down there and the refinery up, but finally managed to do it. And he just hung on there, just hung on from the Redeemer. If Bike Rush had a flame unit in the Redeemer, it might have been a different story. But nonetheless, EMP buggies everywhere, Purifiers from Technique, mass flame tanks, and Bike Rush just trying a traditional Blackhand with just the Redeemer, mass M buggies, mass infantry, things like that. So Technique managing to come out ahead there. And oh man, it was hard to say who was going to win that game, but units up and down all over the place. Technique going for vehicles, whereas Bike Rush went for mainly infantry. That's why Bike Rush's unit count is relatively high compared to Technique's. A lot of up and down there. Obviously, Tech taking a while to get to his charged particle beam, but that was a very interesting game. Favorite unit from Tech was the Confessor Cabal, so there you go. Not Scorpion Tank or anything like that. Bike Rush, obviously Militant Rock Squad, 2.43 kill death ratio to Technique to 0.34 to Bike Rush, so there you go. Huge kill death ratio for a Blackhand Mirror there from Technique. And he killed a staggeringly large amount of units in that game. Obviously, that's expected when the Blackhand players go for a lot of infantry, but yeah, that was awesome. And Technique with a nuclear missile at the end of the game. Again, not obviously getting to fire that off, but having the master computer countermeasures there, I was kind of waiting to see. I'm not even sure he might have actually used it, I just didn't notice, but nonetheless, very underused support power there. It's basically free. For those of you who don't know, it actually powers up all your EMP affected units immediately. So if you get hit with EMP, you can just push it and they just come back online straight away without any cooldown or anything like that. So it's pretty crazy good, especially in those situations there. But nonetheless, Bike Rush got defeated there. Technique can be very happy with that game. That was a pretty crazy game. I can see why it's made it to the replays tab. Anyway, hope you all enjoy that game. Stay tuned to my channel for more FPV, more Command & Conquer footage. Going to do my best to bring out as much as possible, and keep asking me those questions as well. I'll do my best to answer those. But anyway, I'm Grid Zero. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.